People have been customizing pickup trucks for years. For decades, people have been making them taller, wider and cooler. But that's all very well if you know what you're doing, but if you don't, you could end up with an end result that doesn't look as good or work as well as you might like. So Isuzu has released this, the AT35, a truck that gives you everything you could ever need off the showroom floor. It's got bigger wheels and tyres, it's got taller suspension, it's got wider arches, it's got a whole host of wonderful things inside. And it kind of answers the question, what if I wanted to buy a vehicle that could go absolutely anywhere? And like me, you have the mental age of 9. If that sounds like you, I think I found your truck. The AT35 name comes from the impressive 35-inch all-terrain tyres with their bespoke AT alloy wheels, flared wheel arch extensions, robust side steps, mud flaps and AT rear bar with multifunction receiver hitch, making this truck ready for the forest even when it's parked at the supermarket. Elevated Bilstein suspension gives the AT35 increased mobility over rutted tracks and demanding off-road trails. With its commanding presence, the AT35 is engineered for exploration and ready for your next adventure with all the kit you'd expect of a flagship model. The first thing you notice when you get inside the AT35, well, there's two things you notice really. One is the level of refinement. I'm sitting here on an electric heated seat, my leather steering wheel, and I'm surrounded by soft plastics everywhere. This is still a commercial vehicle, don't forget. You can use this for work. If you're a tradesperson, a farmer, you could run this in theory, but sitting in here, it feels more like an SUV. This is luxury personified. I've got my Apple CarPlay there, my huge screen with all of my apps at fingertip control. I've got my dual zone climate. I've got everything there. So this truck has an awful lot of safety inherently built in. You have ADAS, which is Advanced Driver Assist Systems, which gives you all sorts of amazing things to keep you out of trouble. You've got things like roadside recognition, you've got lane keep assist, you've got autonomous braking, you've got speed limiters, so many things to keep you on the straight and narrow within the speed limit and out of an accident. It's very reassuring. I think the thing that's impressing me most though in this huge lifted truck on those massive 17 by 10 inch wheels is the ride quality, is the road dynamics. You can already tell, can't you, it's going to be brilliant off-road. You know that just by looking at it. But what surprised me most of all is look at the refinement. Look how easy it is to drive on the road. We're sitting higher than a standard D-Max, which itself has impressive ground clearance, but we haven't lost ride quality, we haven't lost handling. This truck, because of those Bilstein dampers, because the factory have set the whole thing up, rides and drives like an SUV, and that is amazing. So it's great on road, but I would be disappointing you if I didn't take this into a field, into a little bit of mud, to find out, does it go as well as it looks? I think you already know the answer. Well, of course it does. Arctic Trucks have been building terrain-conquering machines for over 20 years, and if they can tame their home climate of Iceland, then I can guarantee there's not much in Britain to faze this handsome machine. Their trucks have been the first to the North Pole, the fastest to the South Pole. They've traversed all 7 continents and they've become the vernacular for any intrepid explorer who wants to truly go where the map ends and the fun begins. The best bit? Now you don't have to go to Iceland to buy one. Just fill up your thermos and head to your nearest Isuzu Arctic Trucks dealer. So having spent an entire day with an AT35, would I buy one? Well, as it's about as close to a road legal monster truck as you can get, yes, I probably would. It's surprisingly good on-road, it's predictably brilliant off-road, and I think most importantly of all, it just appeals to my inner 9-year-old. So if that sounds like you too, go and have a test drive.